creation, our AI tool to support business development processes and automate them. Also, I want to share information about this stubborn bug, too much coffee, and the first client, and small revolution born from curiosity. So let's fast forward to September 2024. So basically, I worked as a software engineer and used ChatGPT like every day to fix bugs, refactor code, you know, that stuff, and also speed up development, probably as many of you. One day a serious bug hit. A file upload worked yesterday, but today it doesn't work. So I didn't know if it was the front end or the back end stuff. So I was so tired, and I was like, okay, I should retrain as a barista. So instead of manually debugging, I just gathered steps to reproduce, and then also backend controllers and front-end code as well, which could be related to this bug, and just fed everything to ChatGPT. And as the result, to my surprise, it found the root cause and even provided the fix, which I applied, and everything works again. So it was like eureka moment. I realized that large language models are smart enough already and can solve real coding problems on high abstraction level. Basically, I thought, okay, what if this entire process could be automatic at all? What if a service could find source code files related to your problem, feature, bug, anything, then ask GPT for a fix, apply change in the background, running tests, running start application as well for manual testing, and the next step, getting feedback from the user if it works or not. As the final step, create merge request, so you will just like see the whole workflow in development process, but you don't need to do something, anything. And I shared this idea with my business partners, and we started development of this tool. And 6 weeks later, I was literally like a SpongeBob on the picture because it was so hard to define how to build this thing, you know, because you don't have access to some article which provide you like step-by-step instruction how to build something like that. So I just tested hypotheses one by one, and after 6 weeks, I was able to build something which actually worked. And basically this was literally me when I finally get the working fix, working actually code for a feature. And then we decided with my business partners that we need to show it to the world, of course. And we created landing page, created demo video, which was pretty clear for us, but not so clear for users. And we faced the first feedback and harsh reality that actually it's not so obvious what the product does. And that was the first interaction with the users, potential users. And we got feedbacks like, cool, but what does it do? Looks great, but I don't understand it. And another no-code tool, this is the general questions. which we received. And yeah, basically it was not so bad because I was able to find through a friend from university. I found our first client, a small outsourcing company. We integrated AI dev into one of their projects and even implemented feature, which then was merged to the main branch, so released to the production. And that was like the first real success for us. But after that, nobody at the company used AI dev again. We learned that our true audience is companies with well-defined development processes, because our product was related to the optimizing the development workflow, basically. And if company doesn't already follow those practices, I mean practices like having some task tracking system like Jira, code reviews, automated tests, and so on, adding another new tool is hard, and people simply don't adopt it, especially when using it isn't mandatory. So then I thought about, I came up with idea. I decided to explain AI dev in a context everyone knows. It's Jira. Managers live there and see progress of their teams. They can calculate capacity and so on. So basically, that was like a huge opportunity for me. And I started with the integration with Jira, and we did the new video, new demo video, also related to the Jira. And then we get new feedback, like it sounds like it will replace developers, but actually I don't think so. So don't agree with this statement. But anyway, also now I want to show you AI dev in action. So I prepared the test project. I started it locally, so you can see the existing endpoints for our test project. Let's say this is API for our clients, and we have like 3 endpoints, and let's check this one, for example. We can get properties from the database. We can have like 3, we can see that we have 3 properties here. And basically, let's imagine that I am the product manager. I received new requirements for our clients. They want to extend our API. So they want to not only get properties information, but create properties, update, delete, so basic operations. And then I as a product manager, what I should do? Basically, I'm going to navigate to the Jira and create a ticket for some developer, right? So let's do it. I would say we need to create new endpoints for properties. Okay. Then, then let's provide the description. Okay, we need to add, create, update, delete endpoints for properties, right? Let's save it. And usually we can leave this task for some developer who will pick it up, or we can assign this task to this developer. But in our case, we have AI dev user. So let's assign this task to AI dev and see what happens. Need some time that AI dev will check the tasks assigned to it. And to wait a bit. Okay, now we see the comment, and it has the in progress status. So basically, it started work on it. So from this moment, it will take a couple of minutes. So basically, I would like to get back to presentation, and the next step of our journey was trying business development. And basically, this is the most hard thing for me personally, because as an introverted developer, I started sending cold emails and posting on LinkedIn. Out of 150 cold emails, I get like 2 sounds interesting, even 1 demo session, and 0 paying clients, unfortunately, but wealth of lessons. I learned that even a useful tool stays hidden without clear targeting and established processes, because we have like demo session with a company which could be our client, but unfortunately they were considered more like using no-code tools, and we were focused on speed up development processes. So which lessons I have learned from this? A perfect product without awareness and process support won't succeed. You can have the best product in the world, the best team, but it doesn't make any sense if nobody knows about it. It's obvious, but hard to accept and switch to the marketing in right point of time. So hype around an imperfect product still brings feedback and clients. And I was really impressed how guys from the Cognition company use this. You can check the Devin AI videos in the internet, so you will be impressed how it works. And marketing and sales are hard for engineers, but without them, there is no growth at all. So again, marketing, it was hard. And your audience must already have good development workflows. Otherwise, adoption will be low. It means, I would say, only for AI dev, but basically, I think it could be the problem for each tool, basically, because you need to integrate something in the workflow, business workflow, and without the willingness of CEO and so on, managers who will check how people follow these practices, business processes, and so on, it will not work. So let's check how it's going on with the task. Okay, we're still waiting. So let's then continue with the personal reflections about that stuff. When I started building AI dev, I was excited because I'm first and foremost an engineer who loves solving problems. Working with cutting-edge technology was more thrilling than anything else in my career, and I set out to invent something truly new. As a developer, I fulfilled my own need. I created an algorithm nobody had written before, but as a business person, I made a key mistake. I built a solution people didn't need, really, probably. And now I see a few reasons. Either I'm bad at promoting the product, which is probably true, but don't blame me for that, or the market isn't ready for this kind of tool. or companies aren't ready to integrate AI so deeply, or maybe all of the above. So there is also a natural fear that AI will replace human jobs. And personally, I don't believe AI dev will do that or any other tool. I mean, fully. And what I see actually that the innovation and adaptation, I would say, uh, comes from the bottom. So basically, not companies providing the new processes and change the business processes as well, but developers want to be more efficient, more productive, and developers use Cursor AI, Cloud Code, so and pay for these products as well. That's what I see on the current moment, and I think that business should, I mean, companies should reflect a little bit the current development process, how it usually go with the code review and so on. So basically, that's the point how we see the future with my colleagues and business partners. And also, I would say that a bug isn't just a problem. It's an invitation to start something new. Feeling tired is a sign to recharge. And marketing isn't optional, it's essential. If you are tired of fixing bugs by hand, you might be one step away from your own AI dev. Fix the bug and everything else will follow. I hope my story will inspire you to do something interesting, and I hope so that we will get the result. Okay, let's wait a little bit. And what I also wanted to mention, this is more regarding marketing as well. So we all know that when we work on something for a long time, we often forget that many things can be unclear for someone who sees the tool or application for the first time. This is a common problem. We get so used to how everything works that we can't see it with the fresh eyes. We don't notice if the idea is hard to understand, if the interface is confusing or not, or if it feels nice or uncomfortable to use. So to us, everything seems clear, but for new users, it might not be. Okay, so okay, still waiting. Yes.
Yes, I think that you said something like, I hope you will not stop this project because I see lots of potential in it, especially because you have the attempt to set cloud AI to support the developer and cloud AI, and we know all these names. But I think this is really powerful because you give this tool to the project manager, and he can trigger these processes. And this is really powerful. And of course, you need to do marketing and to go to the right customers. You cannot sell it to every customer, but I think in the enterprise sphere, you will be finding customers, because this is a quite interesting concept, especially with Jira, because I have been working in many enterprises developing software, and they all use Jira for managing their tasks and so on. And you have just to have the right contacts and marketing, and you have to build the trust so that they are trusting you. And they say, okay, this we believe that you really can do and support us, and we are not wasting the money with the product. Yeah. So please don't give up.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So first of all, thank you very much for your presentation. I also believe that you should go on. Now, this is something between, I've got a statement that is somewhere between a question and maybe an advice. Have you ever considered, instead of trying to pitch your product, especially, you know, to someone from the C-level, especially if they are not the CTO, have you tried to simply sell yourself as a developer, a standalone developer, that also goes to work with that tool? Have you tried that avenue in order for people to see on the field how much better a developer can be using a certain tool? Not try too hard to pitch it. Have you tried that avenue?
No, unfortunately no, but it is a good point. Actually, I think that could be implemented, but yeah, the only thing that the hardest thing in this stuff that we need to do some preparation for the project first. Even each specific project, we need to do some preparation of integration with the idea. Yeah, but yeah, you have a good point.
If I may make another suggestion, there are also online tools that you know, typical salespeople know this stuff and they use them on payroll, where you can target your clients based on the technologies that they are using. Even LinkedIn, if you get LinkedIn Pro or something like that, you can search companies based on the technologies they are using. So, as the other gentleman said, I think that it would be a great starting point if your prototype works on certain, using certain technologies. That this will also help you realize where your product market fit lies. So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thank you.
I have a small question. Thank you for the talk. It was really interesting. Do you plan to keep it Jira specific, or maybe you will go into other platforms such as Asana or GitHub?
Yeah, it's more like it depends on the client, basically. Yeah, Jira is a like common thing that each understands, but basically, yeah, it depends only on client. Made the integration basically the easiest part of this product. Yeah, unfortunately, I have some problems with generation solution. So maybe I will show how it should look like. So you can check our UI and yeah, basically here is the usual flow. So you instead of this weird message can it generate solution, you should have something like this one. So you can go to the by link and check your application with these changes, applied changes, and test solution. So basically, it's like you as the product manager or project manager, you can just navigate, receive the solution, navigate by this link, test, and choose it works or not, provide some details, and get back. For example, if it doesn't work, you can provide some error which you received. So yeah, and if it works, you can select the target branch, and it will create the merge request with the test, of course, that should be generated based on changes that AI Dev provided. So basically, yeah, questions?
I do apologize for not being here from the beginning, but from what I understood, you created a business tool, okay, which you have kind of I don't want to use the word fail, but you haven't been able to market the product. So, my advice, I'm far from being expert in technical aspects, but from a business point of view, okay, I would suggest that you firstly clearly define your capacity as as a person or as a team. Okay, clearly define the market you want to work with. So this will give you a clear direction on who to work with and what solutions you can provide to these to your target audience, which is a main problem for startups. Okay, especially a very small percentage of businesses make it in the market, and the positive point is that you have mentioned earlier, you mentioned that you may have the best product but nobody knows it, so it doesn't really exist. So you should clearly define the market you want to work within the industry, maybe. Okay, whether you want to work with large companies, small companies. I don't know if you're a team or you work by yourself, but your capacity at this very stage is very limited. You should take this into consideration. So I see that potential that you prefer, you are developing something good, but you should also be aware that the market out there is very, very competitive when it comes to new technologies, and people, especially businesses, are not aware at this stage. Are not aware of the impact of AI. Okay, AI will not replace jobs. Okay, because at the end of the day, someone will have to take responsibility for actions. Okay. It will shift the economy towards new directions and all that, but you should clearly, my advice to you is to clearly define your market and maybe launch a meeting with the Chamber of Commerce to help you, or with the university or other stakeholders that can actually give you the key to open the door to very, very specific markets, because you got a wonderful product, but at this very same time, you need to be able to reach these very niche markets.
Yeah, agree.
This is a good point because we initially targeting to the mid-sized large companies, but it's very difficult to when you are like, okay, I have my own company as a co-founder, but it's like a small company, so it's hard to do business development with mid-size large companies because you are nobody. So yeah, you need to get some respect and trust. Yeah, good point. Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. I agree sadly with one thing you said. I don't know how to develop. I'm a marketer guy. So sadly, it's very true what you said, that nowadays, if you have a product but it hasn't enough visibility, sadly, it has no real sense because people are not going to use it. So my advice would be find someone to partner with, because it's not fair to just stop developing something in what you have spent, I don't know, 6 weeks or maybe more months. Much more. Imagine having one partner that have spent the same time, but trying to sell this. So I think it's not fair to just, in this point, judge the product just because of how much earnings do you have, because it's not your main point. And if you have a partner that works on it, you can have more time to keep on developing. So that could be my advice.
Yeah, thank you.
And you didn't talk about like the technology behind the scenes, but if I can assume that using, for example, AI agent behind the scenes, so maybe we can think about, like marketing or selling any like building block or for the AI agent, or not like, the one solution end to end, but like taking every AI agent or every building block and try to sell it by itself. Like maybe every building block have its own added value here than selling something end to end.
Yeah, basically that's a good point. We have had the idea to implement something like part of this solution as a plugin to IDE, just to help coders, for example, developers. But yeah, we still think in this way, but didn't decide yet. So yeah, but that's also the good point actually, because I know that a lot of plugin switches are so simple basically, but they can solve some small problem for many of people and actually get the good revenue and so on. So, okay. So basically, here is my contacts. If you're interested in the AI stuff, development, collaboration, and so on, so let me know. You can reach me in LinkedIn or email me. I also write articles about projects which we are building together with my business partners on Medium, and also I have a Telegram channel. That's stuff about the stories, how we build some product, fail, try again, and that's so on, and repeat and repeat and repeat, also with jokes. Okay, basically that's it from my side. Thank you.